So we're living in this era of intense climate anxiety, seriously degraded soils, and honestly, super expensive chemical farming. But what if I told you the answers to our modern agricultural crises have actually been hiding in plain sight for, about 5,000 years? Welcome to this explainer on traditional Indian agriculture.
It really makes you wonder, right? How exactly did ancient Indian farmers successfully feed massive populations sustainably? And they did the whole shebang without modern machines or a single drop of synthetic chemicals.
Well, it turns out the secret sauce is this foundational philosophy called Rita, or cosmic order. Ancient farming wasn't just this purely extractive enterprise where you simply take from the earth. No, they treated agriculture as an integrated, harmonious cycle. Basically, if you took from the soil, you made absolutely sure you gave back to it.
To actually maintain that cosmic order, they relied on a brilliant everyday toolkit. We're talking crop rotation to rebuild soil fertility, mixed cropping, and going all in on organic farming using things like cow dung and compost. Pests, they handled those naturally with neem and ash. And all of this was backed up by incredible traditional irrigation networks and super resilient indigenous seeds.
And get this, ancient texts actually documented these powerful, totally low-cost organic fertilizers. Two massive standouts are Panchagavya, which is a specific blend of 5 cow products, and Kunapajala, which they made by fermenting animal or fish remains. I know it sounds a little wild, but these liquid organics massively boosted plant growth and soil health completely naturally.
Their approach to managing pests and seeds was literally genius. They'd soak seeds in cow urine because it contains just enough natural urea to kickstart growth, and then smear them in cow dung for humidity protection. But my absolute favorite method? Deep summer plowing. They literally just turn the soil over and let the hot sun and local birds take care of the burrowing insects for them. How smart is that?
Let's look at a real-world example, the Baranaja system up in Uttarakhand. Bara literally translates to 12, and Naja means crops. By growing 12 different grains, pulses, and vegetables all clustered in the exact same field, traditional farmers basically create nature's ultimate insurance policy. If one crop gets wiped out by bad weather or pests, the others step up and survive.
Now, these techniques weren't one-size-fits-all. They adapted beautifully to extreme geographies. Out in the parched deserts of Rajasthan, they used rain-fed agriculture practices like Kadin check dams to capture literally every single drop of scanty rainfall. Meanwhile, up in the steep Himalayas, traditional farming in villages meant carving these magnificent terrace gardens. Using bullocks for plowing, they completely prevented erosion and turned those tricky hills into productive rain-fed hubs. And we have to talk about water. Their traditional irrigation systems were absolute marvels of engineering. From massive step wells in Rajasthan to clever mountain stream diversions in Himachal and even intricate bamboo drip networks. The crazy part? Many of these ancient structures are still perfectly functional today.
So let's talk about the importance of tradition. Why does this 5,000-year-old history matter to us right now?
Look, modern agriculture is undeniably facing a crisis, and these traditional methods offer a very real, practical solution. For starters, they're 100% eco-friendly and actively rebuild soil health over time. They're also incredibly low cost and super farmer-friendly. Plus, that high crop diversity we talked about, it offers unmatched resilience against climate change while protecting our vital indigenous seed banks.
Which brings us to its modern relevance, the organic farming movement known as Zero-Budget Natural Farming, or ZBNF. ZBNF is essentially the modern revival of these ancient techniques, stepping up to solve today's soil degradation issues. It's a simple process. First, treating seeds with cow dung formulations. Second, applying fermented microbial cultures to get the earthworms working. Third, mulching to protect topsoil. And finally, improving aeration naturally. All of this done without heavy machinery or harsh chemicals. And here is the absolute game changer. Listen to this. Zero-budget natural farming requires 50 to 60% less water and electricity compared to conventional chemical farming. On a rapidly warming planet where water scarcity is a massive threat, adopting these low-cost, resource-efficient methods isn't just a nice idea, it's an absolute necessity.
As one of our sources in this explainer hits the nail on the head, the agricultural practices used by native populations directly improve biodiversity.
It emphasizes that making strong policies to conserve this indigenous knowledge isn't just about preserving a museum exhibit of history. It is quite literally about conserving the biodiversity that keeps our entire planet alive.
So I'll leave you with this final thought to chew on. Could looking back to our 5,000-year-old past actually be the absolute key to saving our agricultural future? Let us know what you think.